Roma people no trust the media. If
Yeah.
I'm go to doctor and he tell me exactly, doctor tell me, okay, you need the vaccination. Okay, I'm trust him because this is doctor. But if I'm see in the media, in the TV and social medias, and everybody say you must doing this, you must doing. We don't trust. So that's why I'm think too many children and too many people from our Roma community don't have the vaccination.
Most of the time, whatever leaflets or whatever printed material they receive, it's only in English.
Yeah.
And some of them, if not most of them, they really don't understand. Sometimes they are asking for interpreters. Sometimes they are getting the interpreters, but most of the time it's difficult for them.
The schools for almost every single one of our communities is one of the most trusted places, especially primary schools. If you have young children, primary schools are a really trusted source of information. So them having the information is the best way possible, but we need it to be consistent. We need it to be simple. If we are making a change to a road and we're adding double yellow lines or we're adding railings in, that's a really, really easy thing to describe what we're doing. We put a sign up and the sign is 2 pages of A4, so there's 2 sheets that go up and it explains exactly every single law that we are complying with, how we're complying with it, what regulations we're putting it in under. And actually what we need is almost one of the sheets to just have a short sentence which just says, we're going to put some railings on this street. And that's all it needs to say, with a picture ideally.
Welcome to our podcast, and for this episode, our special guest is Chris Cook, Mayor of Middlesbrough, who's a friend of ours, and on my other side is my friend Pavel.
Hello.
And I will let him introduce himself.
Oh, okay. My name is Pavel, and I'm director of Connecting Roma Middlesbrough, and I'm really happy we have the special quest today, and I'm really happy.
Okay. Chris, please.
Yep, so I'm Chris Cook, I'm Mayor of Middlesbrough. I'm really glad to be here. I've known George for a very long time. I used to work at the council, and I met him doing some engagement work with communities.
Yeah, so I'm George. I'm a community worker from Middlesbrough, representing the GRT sector and Eastern European community in Middlesbrough. For the ones that you haven't hit the subscribe button, like and engage, we would like to see your comments and your opinions. I'm glad that we have this opportunity and we've worked a lot to build it. We will what's the word I'm looking for, brother?
I don't know.
Maybe to questions and
maybe some first questions for Chris.
Yeah. So that today's theme it's housing, health challenges, housing challenges, but it's community in everyday life. So without any further delays, Chris, first question would be, what do you think are the main barriers that the Gypsy Roma and Travelers families face when trying to access healthcare services? And we will answer to this question as well.
So from what I've experienced and what I know, there's definitely a bit of a barrier around vaccinations, but there's also a bit of a because of stuff like Easter travel. What we've seen, I think it was about 2 years ago, we had a measles outbreak within the Roma community, and actually one of the reasons for that was the lack of vaccination take-up. So one of the things that I'm very keen on is to try and work out what are the barriers to vaccination. How do we get people vaccinated? Because the last thing we want is for people to become ill, especially children, and we want to make sure that everyone is as healthy as possible.
I think the damage was already done.
Yeah.
As you and me, we know, because we've worked during the pandemic in Newport Ward, and once the informations got to be spread out in an incorrect
Yeah.
way, I would say, people got this fear
Yeah.
to vaccinate their children because somehow they've assimilated these two notions without being able to distinguish between the COVID-19 vaccination
Yeah.
and the measles vaccination. So the harm was done when in the media all kind of stories appeared saying that the vaccines contains animal residue
Yeah.
and so on and so on. And at that time, I was actually in Newport working for the council. Do you remember this?
Yeah. I remember, and I think for Roma community about these things, it's problem through the media. Yeah, that's why we have problem with the vaccination for the children in the Roma community, because Roma people no trust the media. If I'm go to doctor and he tell me exactly, doctor tell me, okay, you need the vaccination. Okay, I'm trust him because this is doctor. But if I'm see in the media, in the TV and social medias, and everybody say you must doing this, you must doing. We don't trust. So that's why I'm think too many children and too many people from our Roma community don't have the vaccination.
And
Or what do you think?
and having all sort of wrong information
Exactly.
didn't help. And I had people coming over and said we will leave UK for good. Why? Because they wanna vaccinate us and they wanna do all kind of sort of things and I said no, it's just a normal process.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that some of the groups were affiliated to some of the Christian denominations, churches, which actually forbids them to have any kind or connection with pills, vaccines,
Oh,
and anything like that.
okay.
So that was too late when the measles
Yeah.
break was. It was too late to be able to fix the problem. But I was talking to people this week and participated to the health workshop
Yeah.
with the guys from public health team, and I've had the opportunity to talk to people and ask them why are reluctant. So besides these aspects, they said most of the time whatever leaflets or whatever printed material they receive, it's only in English.
Yeah.
And some of them, if not most of them, they really don't understand. Sometimes they are asking for interpreters. Sometimes they are getting the interpreters, but most of the time it's difficult for them. And they said to me, if we have like a common ground, for example, use more the GPs and the surgeries. Ask people to come there and say, have the same message. School, we trust the school and we trust the surgeries. Other than that, that would be the easiest way to do it.
I think this is about the information. And my thing is, if we have some community workers, what working with councils and with people from council and with media, social, and comment into the community. I talk with the people from community. Okay, this we need to do because that's we need it. Yeah, the people trust him. You know. Too many people, Roma people, no trust exactly how I'm that say guardian. This is not Roma people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the England more. Yeah, so I think we need or all communities need workers.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the information what coming from England or from council, yeah, need explained exactly explain for the for people from the community.
Yeah.
But
It's very hard. I'm sorry. It's very hard. It's very hard for the community teacher, communities workers, because nobody doing the workshop for these people. I don't see. Sometimes I'm looking a workshop for about these things, but I'm never see anywhere. So it's really hard. I think it's about information.
And it's availability, isn't it? So like a lot of the community are working quite intense jobs, quite long hours, and actually they're not available when the council's normally open. So we tend to find a lot of people are coming home from factory work, for example, and they're coming home late at night, and actually all the things that we would have run as like awareness sessions aren't on at those sort of times. So what we need to do better is to be able to get the people in the community, get the messages to the ones that we can, and then them share it onwards, because it comes from a more trusted point at a time when it's also better for them as well.
get the community people to do the community work for
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
and
Community.
yeah. And Pavel was saying something. So, and I want to clear this aspect as well. It's not only not having trust in local authorities. It's not when it comes down to the GRT with the Roma community. It's not only when it comes to England. It's a thing which comes from our past being persecuted and so on and so on and so on. So it has. I had the opportunity to talk to Roma communities from France, from the Netherlands. They have the same issues.
Yeah.
They don't trust because the relation wasn't like it's supposed to be, building trust and having your own people working in the community alongside councils or other authorities, and to explain people, because we used to have back home something similar like the midwives here. And they were going in communities and talking to people and explain them, but from that community.
Yeah.
And you had the opportunity to train those people,
Yeah.
and I don't know, to go in every community and work with them.
And trust is it's hard to win and easy to lose, and a lot of the communities don't just trust because someone says something. They have to see something being done. So I think when I think about different instances with you, George, there was instance when loads of people turned up at one of our offices, quite angry about some of the stuff that was going on, and angry about a criminal that was on the street and causing lots of problems. And I do not expect that community to trust me until we got that house closed down, and then that's when they can start to build up a bit of the trust. And I think it's a journey, isn't it? It's not something that's going to happen overnight. They have to see action after action after action, and it has to be consistent.
Yeah, it has to be consistent. Why? And one of the reasons when I came to you, I knew that together we'll be able to find a way to solve those issues, which fortunately they have been dealt with, and I'm very glad. And now it's quiet, and hopefully it will be like that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad for that. So if you wanna add anything else, Pavel, if not, I will ask another question.
About the community workers, just a last thing I'm thinking. We have the workers, but the workers working free. This is the second problem, because like me, I'm working maybe 3 years or now 4 years for my community, but I can do that for 100%.
Yeah.
Because I have another normal job.
Yeah.
And because I have family, so I need money for my family. But if I can work in, if I'm not have paid for community work, I can do that for 100% the jobs, and then I can help for the England, for the Middlesbrough, for better life for the community.
Yeah.
You
So
know what I mean?
what Pavel is trying to say is, unfortunately, We don't have the funds to
Exactly.
be committed 100% only to community work.
We can do more and more and more jobs for community, and not only for community, but exactly for Middlesbrough. Yeah. How you say about criminality, about
For
more,
Middlesbrough as a whole.
and more things. But we don't have time because
Yeah.
we don't have the fund for the payment for the people.
And this is what we find in quite a lot of communities, that actually I can think of lots of the religious leaders that I talk to in lots of different aspects. A lot of them, that is a side thing that they're doing, and it's something that they don't receive any payment. But community leadership is one of the things that it's really difficult to try and make sure that we are as representative as we can be. We've just started to hire some more community workers, but we absolutely need to try and make sure that we are able to embed ourselves in each one of them where we can. It's really important.
Which leads me to the second question, connected to the last sentence. What role can local councils and health professionals play in improving trust and engagement with GRT communities? I think that's a good question.
So
See, people are clever than us.
yeah.
It's
So
only
for
question.
me, it's quite simple. We have to make sure that there is trusted, consistent, simple information. So we need to make it as easy as possible for those community messages to get out in a way that is very simple. And we also need to make sure it's consistent. So we have a job to try and liaise with schools and with the GPs and with everyone to try and make sure that the message is the same no matter who you speak to. Because I think that's when some of the problem arises. The schools, for almost every single one of our communities, is one of the most trusted places, especially primary schools. If you have young children, primary schools are a really trusted source of information. So them having the information is the best way possible, but we need it to be consistent, we need it to be simple.
I agree, because I had the opportunity to translate or to interpret for the council, and some of the letters or applications forms are even hard to be filled in even by the native speakers, because I had
Yes.
people coming to me and asking me, for example, what does occurring mean, what's the meaning of it? And then I've switched over or get over to people, and I've said you have to phrase things in a easy way so people will be able to understand. Take into consideration that these people don't have a good knowledge of English.
And I think there's something that we definitely don't get this right all the time. And I'm thinking of an example right now of if we are making a change to a road and we're adding double yellow lines or we're adding railings in, that's a really, really easy thing to describe what we're doing. We put a sign up and the sign is 2 pages of A4, so there's 2 sheets that go up and it explains exactly every single law that we are complying with, how we're complying with it, what regulations we're putting it in under. And actually what we need is almost one of the sheets to just have a short sentence which just says, we're going to put some railings on this street. And that's all it needs to say, with a picture ideally.
Yeah.
And it's that thing where we get tied up in the fact that if we don't mention this regulation or this law, there's a chance that someone will be able to say, well, that isn't been done properly. And it's fine, we need to do those things, we need to do that really complicated stuff, but we also need to give the too long didn't read
Like,
section.
I don't know, put an asterisk, put something where it says for further or for more information, please look.
Yeah.
Because most of the Middlesbrough, it's a vibrant place. We have a lot of people from different parts of the world,
Yeah,
and most of them, it will be a lot easier for them if they could just actually, as you said, literally understand what's happening.
yeah, because and I stood the other day and the picture part of that sign had fell down and I could not work out what on earth was going on. And if I can't do that, how can communities do it? So we need to make stuff like that simple, easy, but informative, and
Exactly.
consistent.
Pavel, my friend,
Okay.
any questions?
About this now.
Anything that you want to do? Then you want to add? Okay, then we'll switch to the next question. Can you share a personal story or example that shows how housing and health are connected in everyday life for your family or community? That's a good question.
This is good questions, but how I'm say, it's difficult for me because I'm have normally job. I can do community works for 100% from morning to night. Yeah, so I'm working 12 hours, and but yeah, it's always if I have another jobs. I'm always thinking for community works always from morning and then I go sleep, and maybe I have sometimes as dreams as well about community works. So yeah, always we thinking for the because I'm working with children and young people. So I'm think all time how I can help better life for the children. It's true, the children if coming here in the England quickly learn English language. Really, this is it's a,
So we are already
no like me.
Or like
I
me.
have problem with
or
English
like me,
language.
yeah.
So for the children, it's really easy to learn not only the language but as well the system. Yeah. So if I'm a morning wake up and I wake up with my daughter, yeah, she's 11 years old. She already know what she needs to do.
What's
know?
the schedule for
Yeah,
that day?
exactly. And then we talking what we can do all day if I'm have free day. Yeah? So then I'm say okay, maybe we can do something together, but maybe we can do with all the another children as well. You know. So sometime coming day when I'm call all children, what I know maybe 30, 40 children, and come on, we go in the cinema or we go somewhere outside. So. For what I want to say, we can do, or the community workers working non-stop. This is the truth. We working non-stop.
24/7.
Yeah, 24/7.
Because as Chris said, most of the things are happening out of hours. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I don't know why is that.
Yeah.
I can't define or know why the pattern is like that. But most of the time it happens Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
When all people are like,
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is the point. Maybe I'm coming back a little bit. This is the point why I'm saying we need, or the community workers need doing these jobs for 100%. If we want doing for 100%, we need the payment, like wages. Yeah, because then I no have problem or scare how with my family about money and like these things.
In order to be able to do community work,
Yeah.
you don't have to have the pressure, all the pressure
Exactly.
on you about bills and stuff and paying, and so to be able to focus only on those matters. I
Yeah.
think I would like to focus on the second part of the question, saying housing and health, how they are connected in everyday life for your family or community. And I would say this plays a very important role, because there are occasions and situations, for example in Newport and North Hornsby, if you have a proper conditions, then your health will not be affected. And when it comes to the GRT community, I have to say that some of these houses and some of the landlords who are offering these houses for rent, the conditions are not what they supposed to be. And then you have oversubscribed areas like Newport and North Hornsby, and then they rise the prices, and then it's for rent, and then it's stressful for the families. So they are connected. So what I'm trying to say here, we need more available
Yeah.
Exactly.
houses and with affordable prices.
Yeah, but we also need people to report landlords who aren't doing the right thing, because that's one of the key things. So I had a family quite a while ago, and they had rats, and one of the things that the landlord did in order to try and solve it was he went and smashed loads of glass in the backyard because the rats wouldn't cross it, and that's not what a landlord should do. That's not going to benefit the family. That's dangerous for everyone. So, but the problem is the family didn't come forward. The family didn't report it to anyone. They'd just lived like that for far too long. So we need them to do that, and whether it's through community workers or through the council, they need to come forward and talk to us about it.
Which brings me back to what we've said, because it takes time for
Yeah.
trust to be built, and I'm helping as much as I can people to report. And I'm working with the SLL
Yeah.
team. I'd like to thank you very much for being with us today, Chris, for this episode, Pavel,
Thank you.
Acel de Vlesa, and which actually means God bless us all in Romani language, Acel de Vlesa.
Thank you.
And we are hoping to see you all in the next episode. Don't forget, as Brother Kuda says, to please like, subscribe, and and share, and your comments. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.